Today we're going to add to our watercolor pieces by experimenting a little bit with line.
Alright guys, so here's what we ended up with when we were playing around with watercolors the other day. It's a lot of fun, but as you can tell it's pretty busy and it definitely lacks a focal point and a little bit of interest too. So we're going to apply some of the things that we learned in our mark making video, our notes online. So I will link that if you didn't get a chance to watch it. But basically we are going to choose about 20 to 30 sections that were made by the rubber cement to practice a couple of different line making styles. You want to try to incorporate as much as you possibly can. I'm not choosing them all in one clump. Right now I'm just kind of scattering them throughout in places that I feel like maybe don't have the most interest. And then I looked on my piece for a shape or some kind of space that I wanted to highlight. And when I looked closely, I found this heart here. Now, yours doesn't have to be a specific shape. It doesn't have to be a heart or a star, or you might not find any of that. But just find a area that you want to put a little bit more emphasis on, something where you want your viewer's eye to go to directly. For me, not only did this form the shape of a heart, but it had a lot of really interesting detail in it from, the different styles of watercolor that we did, and I wanted to make sure to highlight those, so that would be a place where the viewer's eye wanted to go. I first started out by right inside of the white line created by the rubber cement. I made a very, very bold black line with Sharpie. So I outlined it from the inside, leaving the white so that your eye would go directly there. And then I put in additional mark making in each one of those shapes. Every one of the shapes within that heart have had some sort of mark making detail.
At this point, I noticed that it was pretty unbalanced, so I needed to find a way to balance it out. I talked to some of my friends and asked their opinions as well. I knew I wanted to put something in the upper left-hand corner to balance it out a little bit, and I found this almond shape that I thought would work out well, and one of my friends pointed out that it also had a bit of an eye shape to it. So I decided to push that idea a little bit more. I made another shape to balance out the heart, and here's what it looked like. Once I was completely finished with all of the painting and all of the drawing, I went ahead and rubbed it in a circular motion just to get off the rubber cement. If you have a rubber cement eraser, you could use that as well, but your finger will work just as well in a pinch, and it should come off in these little flecks and reveal all that nice clean white underneath of it.